welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, once more here with Zezul and Nathalan, where we want to continue our Ixal Beast-Tribe quest. Day to be remembered, this is at long last. Complete, Desert Kalan, we will rejoice, cry, soar yourself with excitement. Matter of attaching and calibrating final components it is, when up into the sky before Nathalan fanatics arrive. Task for Desiree, Zezul has. Final task to craft finishing components. Take these materials to Fulgur Float, Desiree must. Expect Desiree's finest work, Zezul does. Sounds like this will be the finale of the Beast-Tribe quest. Hello there, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said, hello there. I see you're seeking to craft your final airship component. I recognize the materials, but I would not dream of attempting to synthesize myself. I'm certain that you will have no trouble, of course. Your materials back, the facility is yours. Now, this was not the last recipe in our recipe log for the Ixal. I kinda doubt we just turned it in and that was a quest. That would be rather anticlimactic. Desiree, quickly now, quickly! Have that final component we must. Yes, exactly what we need with this final piece of Desert Kalan. Chief Totalok, terrible news there is. News? What news? Heard from our little bird in Nathalan, we have war balloon pilots have begun priming airstones. Ixal says. Priming airstones? That sounds ominous. Yes, seek to harness blessings of Garuda they do. Stones provide propulsion for balloons. Signal preparations for coming sortie, this does. Sentinels of assault Ixal has fly here to Ixal and destroy the Kalan balloon squadron will. Thick-skulled zealots, obey goddess of face annihilation, they say. Shriveled and dead their souls are. The Ixal 9 are a gathering of crafters, not warriors, and this camp is defenseless against attacks from the air. We're doomed, aren't we? Speak truth, little no feather does. Everything we have worked for. Go up and smoke it will. Cease your screeching, fletching. Need to think. Cripple this attack somehow we must. Desiree, not so final was final task. Ask one more boon of Desiree, as a would. Dangerous mission for one true warrior among us. Stop war balloons from ever taking off, Desiree must. But swiftly now, swiftly. Once they are airborne, soon float beyond our reach they will. Make haste for Nathalan and snowy coffers. Make contact with Ixal Toltan. Know how to sabotage assault, he will. Desiree handles fanatics. Rest of Ixal 9, continue with preparations for maiden flight. Hurdle and nest and wait to die we will not. And since we're here as a warrior for the Ixal 9, let's take a job that can actually fight. The ninja. Featherless one is reinforcement promised by Ixal. Shh, keep voice down we must. Wish to attract attention of these vicious air scouts we do not. Thank your gods, balloon squadron has not yet left ground. Flotation bladders are filled and ready, but take much time preparations of air stones does. Charged by power of vortex array stones are. Once stones are fully primed, load them onto balloons and take off air scouts will. Before that happens, disable vortex array we must. No power means no propulsion, simple enough, yes? Tools for sabotage Ixal has, corrupted crystal shards. Insert these into turret or vortex array and disperse elemental wind currents they will. But begin with primary turret you cannot. Disable secondary turrets first. Very important. Delicate and dangerous work disrupting flow of elemental power is. Look, Featherless One. Serious glowing device? One of 3 secondary vortex turrets it is. Try inserting shard, yes? Good, very good. Understand how it is done now, Featherless One does. Within Nathalan, 2 more of these you will find. Sabotage both remaining secondary devices and seek out primary turret. Once main turret is down, cease feeding power to Airstone's vortex array will. Then hurry back to Ixal and witness trial flight we can. Luckily I'm pretty well overleveled, so I don't pull mobs. Unless I am actively provoking them. What balloon of propulsion Featherless One has, but sense something amiss, Tuzal does. Report to Chief Turtlelock, Tuzal will. Remain in Nathalan and keep eye on air skulls, Featherless One. No better option there is. From atop the observatorium, observe both Lander Curvers and Blackshot at the same time. Featherless One can. Send small Featherless One to join you, Tuzal will. Welcoming of sneaky Ixal at tower, they are not. So to the observatorium. And actually up the observatorium. Where have you been, Desiree? Have you not heard? There was another one of those vortex turret devices hidden in a ravine in Nathalan. Would seem the Ixal air skulls were craftier and Tuzal gave them credit for. Let us continue to the roof and see what we can see. There was only the one war balloon that managed to prime its airstones, but I'm afraid it's all the zealots will need. Without ballistas or even archers, the Cartel 9 can do naught to prevent their fanatic kin from dropping explosive munitions right into the camp. Ah, over there! It's heading south, towards the 12th wood. Plus and bothered out, I feel so helpless. Why must fate be so cruel? Ah! Bring balloon directly over unbeliever's dung heap. Smash and burn the little toy we will. Chieftain, alone up here we are not. What? What's happening? Good gods, it's the Blackjack. I'd know my father's ship anywhere. Father, What madness are you planning? That boy swims will be the death of me. He's smiling. He just rammed the balloon full of explosives. He did it! What did I tell you? Sturdy skyways construction. That beastman blimp never stood a chance. But please, Chairman, you endanger yourself and the company's future both. I can't believe I believe I shall be sick. Oh, pipe down, will you? I haven't felt this alive in years. Besides, Skywind has a more than competent successor. Let's arrange a meeting with him now, shall we? But what do you have appointments? The syndicate awaits our arrival in Ulda, and following that you have an arrangement. You have an engagement with Master Gagarujo in Costa del Sol. Cancel them. All of them. Oh, but sir! He's using the signal lamp. Meet at Ixali camp. Do not be late. He could just use a link pearl, but Father would insist on doing things the hard way. Come on, Desiree, let us be off. To featherless ones this day belongs. From Ixal about mid-air ramming, Cecil heard. Father. Coulson had a few words with me. I had thought myself too old for one of his lectures, but apparently I was wrong. I've heard that the Ixal are a people who lost their wings. A people whose greatest wish is to once more fly freely among the clouds. And that the invention of their balloons was a step toward reclaiming that which they once had. But perhaps we were the ones who truly lost the freedom of flight. Tataramu, when I look upon your face now, I'm reminded of words I've not thought of in years. Spread your wings and soar. That was the slogan coined by our company's founder, your grandfather. Stop! Split Cecil's sight, you will! Have I said something amusing? Spread your wings and soar, you must. Dezukalan's favorite saying it was. Your mentor said that? When it was not only your technology that Highwind Sky was borrowed, but your philosophy as well. Chief Tutolok, I wish to apologize for the disrespect I have shown you. Without the contribution of the Ixal, my company would not be where it is today. My father, Tatanoa, owed his success to the knowledge he learned under the tutelage of Dezukalan. On behalf of Highwind Skyways, I extend my fullest gratitude to you and your people. Enough, make Cecil scrum in front of fledglings, Tatabaru will. Give thanks too, Cecil would. Brought dream within a Cattle 9's grasp, Chairman Sun has. Brought a Cattle 9 within reach of Ayatlan. Tataramu, time to launch our bird into sky, yes? Yes, sir. Commencing trial flight preparations for the Desert Kalan, all crew members begin pre-flight inspections. It is a beautiful vessel. My boy was hiding some truly revolutionary ideas in that obsessive head of his. Like grandfather, like grandson. I believe you are owed a debt of gratitude as well, adventurer. It was due in no small part to your actions that the dream of my son and his Ixali colleagues now stands to become reality. Zezul is watching even now, Zezul thinks. Arrive on Paradise's doorstep soon enough, we will. Spread our wings and soar, we shall. Okay, Tataramu. My dear Desiree, over gratitude I would endlessly heap upon you. There are no words to express the joy I feel in this moment. But perhaps I'm being premature. While the ship is yet to even leave the ground, I must focus on the task at hand and be sure that every bolt is tightened and every knot secured. There is in actual fact one more request I would make of you. The absolute final one, I promise. This is a figurehead I've been working on. I'd like you to take care of the materials and craft the finishing components. It is only fitting that your craftsmanship binds the Desert Kalan's figurehead together. Here are the items you need. Pray present them to Zezul and see that we have his blessing on the design. Missed chance to empty bladder, Desiree has. Unless wish to miss inaugural flight test, Desiree does. Huh? Figurehead component materials? Familiar design this is. When did Tataramu learn to craft traditional flying charm? Feathers of figurehead serve to remind Ixal of ancestors, and ward balloon against capricious nature of sky they do. Impressed with Tataramu's foresight, Zezul is. Have Zezul's blessing to complete figurehead, Desiree does. Crafting this component is simple matter, yes? Be sure when to pour all Desiree's skill into task. Finish part and return to Tataramu before final inspections are complete, Desiree must. See figurehead proudly attached to a test flight, Zezul would. Our main officers are in an uproar about the chairman's sudden change in schedule. To the hells with it, I would see this amazing airship fly. I feel I have lived the last decade of my life with my eyes shut, and I have you and your friends to thank for opening them. I'm honored to be able to witness the efforts of your labor come to fruition. Yeah, we need to craft the figurehead. And we need the gloves. This is a rather easy recipe, in fact. Desiree, you've brought the last part of a figurehead? Thank you, this will do perfectly. I think I'm ready. Ready to entrust my life to the Desert Kalan and aim for the highest skies. We are all but done with the last rounds of inspections. It would be safest if we were to withdraw several steps. Only the gods know how this will unfold. Ikatel 9 arrived at long last. Moment of truth has. To Ayatlan, we fly. Ignite the volume propulsion engine. The volume gas primed and ready. Engine fueling pumping. Air pressure and temperature favorable. Engine output steady, instruments reading within expected parameters. Extend the wings, open the throttle. Release mooring, clear for takeoff. Nathalan is away. Fly it does. Oh. Too low it flies. Something wrong, base. Tis a witch shroud. God damn it! Why now? A sudden difference in ethereal density above the crown of the trees can produce turbulent air currents. A rare phenomenon peculiar to the Black Shroud, the bane of even the most seasoned airship pilot. Keep her steady, Tataramu. Ride the wind, don't fight against it. Extend wings to full trim. Release primary and tertiary ballast. The ship won't turn. Come now, Nathalan. Is this all you have? Fly them, you. We built you better than this. Fly! Fly! Fly, Tataramu! Fly! Spotted Nathalan from Nathalan vantage point, Ixal has. Indicate altitude of 5,000 yards, instruments do. Soars like bird it does, soar like bird. The test drive was a complete success. It was a shaky start, but Nathalan and I both returned unharmed, and we reached our target altitude of 5,000 yards. That's higher than any Eorzean airship has ever flown. A new aeronautic record, unofficial though it may be. Despite its impressive performance, however, the Nathalan still cannot achieve that which Cesro dreams, to climb above and beyond the clouds and arrive on the legendary shores of Ayatlan. But we continue to improve and tweak our prototype, and one day we will catch a glimpse of that floating paradise. There's no record that cannot be broken. By the way, Desiree, there's something I've been meaning to ask you for the longest time. I know why I am here, but whatever brought you to the XIV camp? That's a good question. Your original mission was to respond to an Ixali threat? I do believe you've gone above and beyond and somewhere quite far to the left of a call of duty. I dare say the twin ARR officer who enlisted your services is by now rather alarmed by your prolonged absence. Perhaps you should report back to Gridania and put their mind at ease. Okay, to Gridania. Did anyone here still remember where we started? Going here to Etat Spire because of a balloon attack and checking the wreckage? And I remember that only because I edited the episode quite later than I recorded them. Also edited several times over. For multiple characters, so... Hello, Lieutenant Scarlet. Sorry for the prolonged absence. Yes, Desiree, what can I do for... Oh, the attack on Etat Spire. The captain mentioned he'd sent you out to investigate further, but I'd completely forgotten you were still... that's to say, the Ixali appear to have abandoned their plans to assault our tower. Excellent work, adventurer. We must, however, remain alert and at the ready. The thought of those war balloons drifting over the city walls is one of our citizens' greatest fears. A nightmare that we must never allow to become reality. I shall likely have need of your services in the days to come, so pray keep your skills owned and your blades sharp. Did you hear the news, by the way? There was some excitement in Gridania while you were off trampling the underbrush. The son of Highwind Skyway's chairman Tatabaru suddenly vanished into thin air. Folks were crying foul play, though no body and blood was in evidence. He's already been found. Well, perhaps now things can return to normal. Fireworks? You have achieved sworn reputation with the XIV. Furthermore, you have now access to a wider selection of wares from the XIV vendor. That's Ixal, folks. And again, the ability muscle memory. Now, a quick trip back to the Ixal camp. I want to know if the item I want is there. One thing every beast tribe has once you have completed the beast tribe quest is a mount. And I believe a bit before is a minion. Also, what else? There are these XIV smithing gloves. I think they should even be better than the artisan gloves I have. Right? I would say yes. So Ixal are in general good for crafters because they have all these crafting materials here. So one pair of smithing gloves, please, for me. Okay, but that shall be it for this episode and the XIV tribe. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I am Mace, and don't get lost.